Welcome to Reparenting Daily, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is the daily reading, the second is a discussion of the reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us on this journey of self-expansion. If this is your first time here, welcome. As a celebration of passing episode 700, I've opened a free membership tier for the Patreon community so you can access additional resources and join the weekly Zoom calls for free. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now and that so many people are really struggling. My hope here is to still encourage others to continue the work on reparenting and to offer a free community where people can come together and do that. I'd also like to thank all of you who've been along on the journey so far. Just as a reminder, this is a free podcast, but you can support the project by purchasing the Reparenting Daily Journal, where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week, and also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into the 3 phases of the hero's journey. While you might think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over millennia that we can use in our reparenting journey. It's a fun way to reconnect with your inner child. Each volume comprises 10 fairy tales. They include an analysis section to help you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts and space to reflect on the story's meaning in your life. Lastly, you can also support the project by taking a paid Patreon subscription, by purchasing the books on the website, or by donating via Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the Support Us section of the website. So now, with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today, we're going to be listening to a portion of a lecture entitled How to Build Your Self-Belief to Obtain Prosperity and Happiness. This is by Rev Ike. We've listened to him several times before. We're now in June. Just as a reminder, the theme for this month is Cultivating Self-Worth and Self-Love. We're in week 1, and the theme for this week is Understanding Self-Worth. Now, apologies, the episode is 2 days late today. I had a friend visiting, an old friend who I hadn't seen in quite some time, from Japan actually, this weekend, and just left on yesterday, Tuesday. And so I took some time to spend with him, have some fun, connection, enjoyment, and learning to live again, as I've been mentioning the past few weeks. It's important to us for our lives, for this process of reparenting, self-expansion, that we don't get stuck in the process of continuous, never-ending learning, but also begin to apply that by living in a new way. And so today I've selected this talk because Rev Ike is explaining to us, where do we gain our self-worth from? Where do we find evidence of our self-worth? How do we build confidence and trust in our self-worth and our self-assessment? And you're going to find out the secret to that here. Now, it's something that I've shared before, but again, as we come into the month of June, for the 3rd time, this podcast actually, as a reminder, tomorrow is actually 2 continuous years on YouTube that I've been posting this, where I tend to put a lot of my efforts in terms of the social media, because I've been trying to consolidate and not do so much social media because I just don't really enjoy that process. And I've been focusing most of my efforts on YouTube, and tomorrow we'll be at 2 years straight, and we've already surpassed 300,000 views. So thank you again for all of your help, support there, your encouragement, for your donations, for purchasing the books. I really appreciate it. It gives me the strength and power to continue working on this project for myself and for others as well. So without further ado, here's Rev Ike.
All right. I want to tell you how to use your mind power to get what you want now. I mean, right here in Atlanta, right here in Georgia, right there, wherever you are looking and listening. First of all, you have to use your mind power to believe in yourself. The religious people would say to me, oh yes, Reverend Ike, you're telling people about believing in themselves, but what about believing in God? Well, who do you think God is? God has no personality except in man and as man. And God is not a big man in the sky. God is the real man in me. Let each person say this, because this is the truth of everyone. God is not a big man in the sky. God is the real man in me. We have another way of saying it, and I want to give you this prayer of affirmation to take with you so that you can have what you want now. God is the presence and power within me right now. Together, God is the presence and power within me right now. Another way that we can state it in this philosophy of the science of living is this: God is the mastermind working through me now. God is the mastermind working through me now. Come on, together. God is the mastermind working through me now. Now, people say, well, Reverend Ike, what about believing in God? Please hear this. Your faith is no good until you learn to have faith in yourself. How in the world can you believe in somebody in the sky and you don't even believe in the somebody in you? How in the world can you believe in a Jesus that walked in Galilee and not believe in the God that walks in you? Oh, I think we're getting through. Somebody say, wow. Say it again. I don't care how much faith you may have in a God in the sky, until you learn to have faith in the God in you, your faith is dead. It's no good to you. God in the sky is no good to you. Only God in you is of any value to you. The most important thing in the world is what you believe about yourself. That's the most important thing. Your entire experience is fabricated out of what you believe about yourself. And mind you, I always have to point this out. It is not important what other people believe about you. It's only important what you believe about yourself. And you see, you have to be the kind of person that you can believe in. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to be decent within yourself. And then you can believe in yourself. I want to say something that may be a little rough for clergymen to say again on international television. Once you learn to believe in yourself correctly, you are no longer worried about what other people are thinking or saying about you. Hear this. Until you learn to believe in yourself regardless of what other people say or think, you're not going to get very far. As a matter of fact, you have got to come to that point in your experience where you know that your nose is clean, your business is straight, and you don't give a damn about what other people think about you.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. As always, we've only listened to a portion. You can click on the link in the show notes to listen to the video in its entirety. As we reflect on this talk by Rev Ike, of helping us understand where we find the value or the origins of our self-worth, it comes from the fact that God is within each and every one of us. It's our birthright to access peace, prosperity, love, joy, and abundance. It's our birthright to exit survival mode and to enter thriving. We each have a unique gift to offer the world. We are each unique. We are each special. We each have value. Our ability to display that might have been impacted by our childhood or previous life experiences. But we can always come back to that because we are never broken. We are just hidden. This is a process of uncovering yourself, of allowing yourself to exist, and loving the process of uncovering yourself. It's kind of like that story of the golden Buddha who was covered in mud by the monks as their village was being stormed. In order to hide the golden Buddha so he would not be stolen, they covered the statue of a golden Buddha with mud so that the approaching army, the enemy, would not see its true value. Years, decades, perhaps even centuries later, the golden statue stood there still covered. And eventually it was uncovered, and it was found to be for what it truly was, a beautiful golden statue. This is similar to the process of uncovering yourself. You have everything it takes. You have all the power. You have all the wisdom already within you. You need nothing externally. Everything that you need is already within inside you, and it's your duty to come to believe that. Because you are God in action. Your thoughts are the presence of God within you. Your emotions are the presence of God within you. And you must learn to fully embrace that in order to realize your self-worth. Now, I know if some people grew up in the church or in certain religious institutions, you might have a negative reaction to the word God, but think of it as the higher power, your higher self, the universe, or whatever you prefer to call it. But there is an undeniable power that rests within all of us, you included. No matter how much damage you think has been done, there's always hope. And it's your responsibility alone to allow for joy in your life, which is your GPS directly back to God, your true self, your higher self, the universe, or whatever name you prefer to give it. Self-worth is how you know that you deserve to spend this time healing. Self-worth is the evidence, the conviction that you have something to offer to this world and to others and to yourself, that you are capable of joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, peace, and connection. And it is by your belief that these things come to manifest in your life. That's why it's your responsibility to return to your truest self. It's not impossible. You have everything you need to do it. And so I do encourage you to click on the link in the show notes to listen to the rest of this video, which is just over 15 minutes long. And it's an excellent talk, as almost every single lecture by Rev Ike. It's reminding us of who we truly are, of our purpose, of our value, of our strength, no matter how hidden it might seem. Once you are able to return to yourself, provide that inner validation, which is the beginnings of building your self-worth, you will slowly see that reflected back to you. Now, I understand that ideally your parents and family have installed this in you as a child, so that when you move out into the world, these ideas, feelings, beliefs are reflected back to you and then are strengthened. Yes, help and reinforcement from others can help speed up the process because relational trauma must be healed in a relationship. But in order to get to that point, you must also be able to start this process on your own. Because, truth be told, you already have everything that you need within inside you. I keep repeating that so you don't forget. This belief helps you remove and escape learned helplessness because you are not helpless. You are God's thought and expression in action. And you indeed have everything that you need to build a life that you love and to express your fullest self in this world. And so as we go to the journal prompts today and reflection questions rather, number 1, where has my self-worth been most limited or damaged? What circumstances, situations, people led to this? Number 2, do I have any practices that consistently remind me of my self-worth? Do you have any habits or mantras or practices, rituals even, that allow you to instill self-worth in yourself consistently on a daily basis. And number 3, name 3 things that would help you improve your self-worth. This could be a better understanding of yourself. If so, how do you define that? More acceptance, praise, or validation from others, even though we've discussed the dangers and trickiness of external validation, dependence on it. It could be a stronger workout routine, success in a certain venture that you have. Take some time to think about what really is most necessary for you to build your self-worth. That's it for today, and as always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you most comfortable today. Just take some time to listen to yourself. Next, be sure that you're taking time to be with your breath and to connect more fully with your body. Don't be disturbed or overwhelmed by your thoughts. Simply allow them to pass. Just observe them. Do not engage with your thoughts. Only be mindful of them passing, as if they are leaves drifting down top river. Use this time to connect with yourself, whatever time of day you are listening to this. Namaste.